Hey, I think I'm live. Okay. Welcome. I missed last week because I got sick with COVID after 2 years of not having it. And I'm still recovering, but I'm much, much better. So if you hear my voice crack, if you see me take some tea, I also have some throat lozenges just in case, but you might hear me cough a little bit. That's what's going on. So today we're talking about quantum alignment and essentially what it is, why it's important in terms of growing a thriving business that you love. And then at the end, I'm going to also give you a really simple practice to start essentially getting in that flow of quantum alignment and embodying quantum alignment so that you can have it both in your life personally and in your business, because everything is so much easier with it. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Ilsa. I'm a spiritual nerd, a dog mama, a long-term psychotherapist, and a business alchemist to other spiritually inclined, soulful, highly conscious coaches, healers, practitioners, leaders. Essentially, I help my clients overcome overwhelm and go from overlooked, best kept secret to well-known, well-paid experts by mastering 3 different areas. The first one is I help you articulate your special gifts and get your message out there in a way that speaks to and captivates your audience, because you have to be able to talk your walk and not just walk your talk, right? Because if you don't know how to articulate your message clearly and in a way that's compelling, you're going to be overlooked. Messaging is super important, especially for healers and highly conscious entrepreneurs. And then the second thing I help you do is design a super simple business model and hybrid program that is easeful and filled with freedom that you're going to essentially love long term. One of the main things I see with soulful, sensitive entrepreneurs is that they create businesses that don't align with them, that are too much work, that take over their lives, and then they sabotage. If you don't love your business and you feel like you're becoming a slave to it, and it's not easy to grow and it's not easy to scale and it's too much, then you're going to sabotage it. So that's the second thing I help my clients do. And then the third is design a super aligned, very unique, custom, step-by-step plan in terms of marketing, like a marketing strategy that is uniquely yours. And that's not only going to resonate with your ideal client, but it's also going to be in absolute integrity and authenticity with you. It's going to honor your soul. It's going to fill your bank account. And it's going to be that unique key that unlocks your door to success. We are all individuals. And so if you're trying to use somebody else's key to unlock your door, it's not going to work. All right. If you know you need more clarity, you need more simplicity, you need more visibility in your business, I offer a free business breakthrough brainstorming session where literally you and I will figure out your custom roadmap to more freedom, more joy, while also serving more clients and making more money. If you want to experience that, you can click the link in, I think it's going to be below you or above you, I'm not sure, in the description of this live. So what is quantum alignment and what does it have to do with building a thriving transformational business? So the first thing you want to understand is alignment is so primary in your life, but also in your business. Because if you don't feel aligned, if you don't feel good, right, with what you're creating, you will block it. You will sabotage it. So if you don't love the people you're working with, if you don't love the work you're doing with them, or it's not as big, as expansive a work that you could be doing, if you're not loving the way you're delivering your program or the marketing strategy that you're using to share your genius with your people, then essentially if anything feels off, including how much you're getting paid, you're going to sabotage it. You're going to not do the things you know you're supposed to do. Your energy is going to be off. And essentially you're going to deter people and push people off, turn people off rather than attract them. When something you do in your business is not aligned with your deep self and with your deep desire, then it won't work. So that's where alignment comes in. You can have the absolute best strategy that a master marketer put together for you. If it's not aligned to you, I don't care how brilliant the strategy is, it will not work. So you are your unique key to your success. It has to come through you. It has to feel right for you. Or you're going to wonder, you're going to spin, you're going to do all the things and not get the results you want. So what exactly is quantum alignment? And how do you know you're doing it or being it, you're in it? Essentially, quantum alignment is when your soul's vision, your deepest desires for your life and your business, who you are, who you're being, what you're thinking, what you're feeling and loving, and what you're doing are all in flow, in coherence, operating on the same frequency with each other. A lot of us have encountered the experience of knowing we want something, but yet our feelings, our thoughts are not aligned with what we're trying to create. Or we're feeling great, we're having positive thoughts, our emotions are excited, but we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. To create, it's got to be on all these levels. It's got to be on the soul level in terms of having the right vision. It's got to be on the mental and belief level in terms of having the right thoughts. It's got to be on the heart level in terms of having the right energy, the right feelings, loving your life, loving what you're doing. And it's got to be in the physical level by being in action and taking action that honors all these other steps. You literally have to think, feel, be, and do in alignment to create long-term lasting results. It's simple to understand. We get how these things make sense. It's not easy to do. For most of us, there's usually a couple of those things that are out of alignment, and that's what creates that resistance. That's what creates that friction. That's what makes things harder and take longer than they need to, because we're literally getting in our own way. If your thoughts and your feelings are aligned, but who you're being, your energy, and what you're doing is not aligned, then you can't get to your destination. It's kind of like a car, right? Like you have a car and you have a destination. First, you need a destination. But then you could have everything right in the car. The tires are new, you've got gas in in the tank. But then if the motor's not running, or if you didn't put oil in there, then that one thing's going to get in the way of you getting to your destination. So when we have quantum alignment, and that's why it's called quantum and just not alignment, when we are super aligned on the level of spirit, of the level of mind, on the level of heart, and on the level of energy, and on the level of doing, that's when we become able to vision cast, to bend and collapse time, to create exponential results and quantum leaps, both in our own personal lives and also in our business, because there's no dissonance, there's no resistance, there's no sabotage. Everything is aligned. When everything is aligned in here and everything is aligned out there in terms of what we do, then it's like all the dominoes start falling into place. It becomes easy. It's the right key that opens our door to success. Everything within and without, when you're in quantum alignment, is a singular whole. And we're moving in a clear direction towards one singular and true purpose. So it's like everything is clear in our mind, in our heart, in our spirit. We know exactly where we're going, and we are not putting roadblocks in the path. Quantum alignment is the essence of any powerful magic. It's the essence of creating results that stick long term, and transformation and transmutation that's essentially going to be long lasting. Like, not just for a little bit and then you go back to old ways, but literally you are a new being in a new reality. And in my experience, because it is easy or simple to understand but not easy to do, it is a lifelong journey. We get better and better at it. We get better and better at seeing where the resistance is, seeing which part of our being is out of alignment with what we're trying to create, and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. So how do we do it? Because, like I just said, it's simple, but it's not easy. So you have to understand first that you are conditioned for resistance. You're conditioned to stay safe, to stay small. Essentially, that's the sabotage pattern. You're conditioned to stay the same. The devil, you know, it might be the devil, but at least you know it. Anything else, even if it's transformation, even if it feels amazing, your conditioned self is wired to sabotage that because there could be danger in that kind of reality. At least in this reality, you might not love it, but you know what it is. So the first thing is to drop out of our head into our heart and to start sensing deep within what your deepest self, what your most sovereign self, what your soul knows is possible for you. That's the first step. You can't get somewhere if you don't know where that somewhere is. You first have to have a clear sense of what you want. And it feels simple, but honestly, that's the first thing to reclaim. We live in a society where so many of us have been conditioned to not listen to that still small voice inside. So many of us have been taught to not want, to not desire, that it's selfish to desire, that if we want, we're going to be disappointed. To such a degree that it's not uncommon for me to work with people who first say to me, I'm not actually sure what I really want. I know I want to serve, I know I want to have an impact, but I'm not exactly sure what that looks like and how I make that happen, and even what that looks like for me. So the first thing we need to reclaim is our right, our birthright of having desires and knowing what feels right and important and valuable for us. I think that's especially true for sensitive, soulful entrepreneurs. We are wired to serve others. We are wired to be aware of others' needs and desires and not our own. And so that's the first thing, is we got to turn that awareness back towards ourselves so that we can start really sensing, what is it that we're destined for? What is it that is our truest purpose, the kind of purpose that will nourish our soul and make us glad to die at the end of our lives because we have no regrets? So that's the first thing, is you turn back towards yourself, you go back within, and you start owning and claiming unabashedly, without any shame, what you desire in your depths. And you trust that your desires are your destiny. They're there as a pathway to show you what your destiny actually is. So that's the first step. And then the most simple and powerful practice I know is to start getting into alignment, is to use your breath, and to use your breath to play this dance of expansion and surrender. Quantum alignment is created in the expansion of our being and in the surrendering to the beyond. So we use our breath to expand ourselves in every in-breath into the version of you who gets to create, hold, and have that big vision. The version of you who gets to have the right to your destiny, and to not only have the right to it, but to really feel aligned with it, and to create it, and to have it, and to hold it. Because it's not just about creating something or manifesting something. It's about having the capacity to really receive it, to hold it long term. And then in the out breath, we are both surrendering everything that's in our way of that vision, both like our limiting beliefs, everything that's both conscious and unconscious. And we're also surrendering our whole self into the loving embrace of creation itself. There's a lot about alignment that's around trust. Partially, I think that's because our wound itself, the part of us that's conditioned, is afraid. And trust is the opposite of fear in many ways. So when we're breathing out, and this is the practice where you literally create this as your intention, breathing in, I expand myself. I become who I was born to be. I increase my capacity to receive and to create and to hold my destiny. Breathing out, I relax, I release, I surrender everything that stands in my way back to life, and I trust. So when you're breathing out, your intention is that you're surrendering your resistance, and you're also literally surrendering your whole body, your whole being into the lap of creation, and trusting that your desires are already yours. They're meant for you, or you wouldn't have them. So there's no struggle needed. You're already taken care of. So alignment with this practice is literally the path of spaciousness, creating space to essentially become who you've always already were, and to make the space within you for your sovereignty, for your deep self, for your soul to drop in and embody and move through you as you. And then alignment is that dance between the spaciousness and then the relaxing, the letting go. So much of our body is tense that we cannot create, we cannot receive. So a lot of this practice is literally, as you're breathing out, you're melting who you're being. You're melting the resistance with every out breath. You're relinquishing control. You're literally saying to life, this is what I want, and you do it for me. I trust you. You make it happen. I surrender everything within me that says I can't. I surrender everything within me that says it's scary. I put it in your hands, soul. I put it in your hands, life, to make it happen and to see me through to my destiny. It removes all the pressure that we put upon ourselves to figure it out, to do it. Because the truth is, it's not always up to us. It's a dance. It's a co-creation. So the path of transformation, the path of creating in the material world was always within you. It was literally given to you, the first thing you did upon your birth and the last thing you'll do before you die. It was given to you in this simple and magical process of breathing. When you think about it, what is breath? It's expanding and it's releasing. It's expanding and it's releasing. It's surrendering. It's relaxing. It's letting go on the out breath. So It feels like a simple practice, but I guarantee you it is extremely powerful to breathe with intention, with knowing what each breath is creating within you. The expansions, the spaciousness, the literally making space for your deep self to drop down into you and take over as the operator of your life, and then to surrender everything that stands in your way back to life, back to wholeness, back to the part of you that is so much beyond, so much wiser than where you currently are. So when you continuously expand and surrender, you naturally fall into alignment and flow. From this alignment and flow, everything is created, and that's where lasting results and transformation arises from. Without this process, change and creation feels hard, it feels bumpy, it feels like you have to put a lot of effort, there's a lot of roadblocks, and often the results we create, even when we're creating to that depth, to that degree, the results we're creating often usually are unsatisfactory and they're kind of short-lived because we haven't created from that place of alignment. We haven't created from that place of expansion and surrender. So there's always something within us that's in resistance, that's in friction. And that's what's moving through it. Hence, we can't hold it. This is when you see people have breakthrough, like make a shit ton of money, for example, and then they lose it. Or they start this brand new relationship and then it falls apart. And they can't quite understand why. It's because they haven't moved and created from this place of being fully aligned in all these ways. And the part of them that's creating is a part of them who's also involved in the self-sabotage. So that's what I have for you, just as a last little bit, in celebration for my birthday and in celebration for the people who helped me get to where I am in my business, in my life. I'm launching this brand new, very intimate, very custom experience at half price. I call it Client Overflow, my six-figure freedom foundation, or six-figure freedom formula. And essentially in a short few weeks, you and I will customize and put together a clear step-by-step plan on that you can follow over and over in your business that's going to be fully aligned to you. And so that you can have what you want without overwhelm, without doing big launches, without complicated sales funnels that drain your soul, without expensive ads or wasting the day away on social media. My aim for you is that during this offer, during this time, this few weeks together, you're going to walk away with a captivating message that clearly articulates your unique genius and the transformation you provide, because I find that to be the sticking point for so many sensitive, soulful leaders and entrepreneurs, is they're amazing at what I do and they don't always know how to articulate their gifts in a way that their clients understand and feel like they're ready to move forward and want to know more about. So we will work on creating a really captivating message for you. We'll also work on figuring out what in your business model needs to shift, maybe creating an irresistible offer or offer suite that lights you up, that speaks to your ideal clients and is easy to sell. And then the last one is we'll figure out what that key is for you, that marketing key that is going to unlock your unique door to success. What I do might not work for you. I really believe in creating super simple frameworks that light you up, because if not, you won't do it. So what's the point? So creating together custom, super simple, step-by-step roadmap you can use over and over to fill your offers in less than an hour a day. And we'll work together one-on-one to do all of that. So if you are interested, you can put overflow in the comments, or you can click the link in the in the description of this live, and we'll chat and we'll see how we can customize this for you, what it is exactly that you need to get to that next level in your personal enjoyment and freedom and ease in your business, and also in the results you create. I think that's pretty much what I have. I'm not seeing any comments. Oh yeah, I am seeing a few comments. Hey Chloe, hey Sharon. Thank you guys so much for being here and saying hi. So feel free to say hi to me if you see this at any point. I always love to chat. Okay, that is what I've got for you today. I hope this was helpful. I'm sending you love and hoping and wishing for you to have an amazing weekend, or last couple of days of the weekend. By Thursday, it's kind of already starting to be weekend for me. Probably shouldn't be because it's kind of halfway, but it's the way I feel. And I'll talk to you soon, probably next week. Bye.